Today we are starting to build the LEGO Ideas Grand Piano Set 21323. The first section of the build is made up with bags number 1, 2 and 3, and in that step we will be making the base of the piano and the first level internal structure, as well as installing the motor for the piano. I've noticed there is sheet music patterns on the instruction book. Let's build! We're moving on to step 2, which we will be actually installing the motor pieces and the battery box. So I will put batteries in the box now so we can see the piano in action straight away. Our first section of the piano is now done. All the motor and battery boxes are installed. So let's have a look at what we have already built. So far we have built the base of the piano and a little bit of the side. The battery boxes and motors are all installed and connected together. Very colorful pipes and tubes here. They all have to be facing in the correct position in order for it to work properly. There is a picture on the instruction book for you to check the positions of the pipe and make sure they're 100% correct. This section is quite repetitive, so all these red and grey parts are built in identical ways, so I had to repeat it over 10 times. So far, really fun build. Most importantly, let's start our Powered Up app if we can have our piano in motion. So our piano is connected to the Powered Up app and we can see the post is spinning. The next section of the build, we will be adding more internal details to the piano, as well as finishing about half of the piano wall. So the next section is made up with bag number 4 and 5. In step number 4, we will be using the 3 beige colored base plates. Let's build! I've noticed there are some little quotes on some of the pages in the instruction as well. On this page, there's a quote from Confucius that says, "Music produces a kind of pleasure which human nature cannot do without." The second section of our piano is now done. Let's have a look at the details. You can see that we've added another whole layer on the top, as well as adding half of the piano edge. A lot of beige colored tiles are used to cover this whole area. There are some super shiny silver studs around the edge. I think this is the first time I've used bricks in such a metallic color. The next part of the build, we will be finishing off the main body of our piano. The next section is made up with bag number 6, 7, 8 and 9. With bag 6, we will be building the front cover of the piano. Let's build! We're moving on to step 8 now. It looks like we'll be connecting the two major parts of the piano together, and we will be installing all these gold pipes. It's a bit hard to tell which ones are required, so it's a little bit of a guess, but we'll figure it out. The main body of our piano is now done. Let's have a look at the details. Here is the main body of our piano. In this section, we have completed all the edges of the piano. This section can be open and closed. We've also added this whole front section. It's already massive. It's about the length of my forearm. We've added all these gold pipes into the piano. The internal structure is looking a lot more complete. The next section of the build, we will be building the legs and the keyboards of the piano. The next section is made up with bag 10 to 15. Let's build. Our legs of the piano is now done, and we're moving on to the keyboard section of the piano. We'll be using one beige plate in step 11. So our legs and keyboard section of the piano is now completed. Let's have a look at the details. We've built the 3 legs of the piano. They've got wheels on them. There is also the foot pedal section of the piano. So it does actually work too. You can see it brings up the pipes on the top when you press on the foot pedals. You can click on all the keyboards. These should be motorized with our motor, which we will test out very soon. Highly repetitive build, this section, but it looks amazing and worth every minute. Some very beautiful gold bars were used. Some of the gold tiles are hidden in the layer between the keyboard and the top lid of the piano. Let's have a look at the keyboards in motion now. We've linked the powered up app to our piano now, and the keyboards are working perfectly. The next few steps, we will be finishing off the lid of the piano and the lid for the keyboard, as well as the piano stool. Then our whole piano set will be completed. The next few steps are made up with bag 16 to 21. Let's build! Our grand piano set is now completed. We've added the lid on the top, the lid for the keyboard, the sheet music stand. There is a beautiful printed tile with the music notes on it. Here is a stand for the lid, which we can choose to either close or open. The stool is adjustable. We can twist the knobs on the side and raise, lower the stool. We've used a lot of the curved round tiles on the top to create the leather pattern. If I open the lid, there is a beautiful printed tile in the center with the logo on it. That's in a gold shade. It's really classic and beautiful. Can't fault the look of this set. Let's have a look at the piano in action again. We've linked the piano to the Powered Up app, and there are a list of songs you can choose from, which will auto-play the keyboards to match up the music tone. I am displaying the grand piano set with the Mickey and Minnie set. The size of these two sets actually works very well proportionally together. I do have very limited space with the Disney set though, so I've decided to put it on its own next to the TV and it looks amazing.